All right, you little fifth graders. You should have just watched the video on all the beautiful rules for order of operations. So now we're going to do some practice problems. Make sure you have a sheet of paper out. Of course, we got brackets and parentheses as our first step. Multiplication and division from left to right. Addition and subtraction from left to right. That's our steps. So let's look at the first beautiful problem. Of course, I don't have my beautiful problem up here. Sorry about that. Here it is. Now, look at the rules. Brackets and parentheses are first. Do I have any brackets in this problem? I do not. Parentheses. Do I have any parentheses in this problem? Yes, I do. 13 minus 5 is in here. So, I must do that one first. 13 minus 5. So, I'm going to mark this out. 13 minus 5 is 8. So, instead of parentheses 13 minus 5 parentheses, I'm going to put an 8 right here, the answer to it. Then I'm going to bring down the rest of the problem. 8 times 8. I no longer have any brackets or parentheses. So now I move on to the next step. Multiplication and division from left to right. Do I have any of that? Yes, I do. I only have one thing left to do. 8 times 8. I know my multiplication facts, so 64. And that's it. I'm finished. That right there only required 2 things to do. But I had to make sure I followed the steps. All right. Your turn to try one. And let's see. I'm going to put the steps right underneath this problem so you can look at it while you are working. I want you to pause the video and practice this problem, but notice there are no brackets and parentheses. So you're going to skip step number 1, and you're going to go straight to step number 2. There's your hint. And let's see if you can figure out what to do your first try. Pause the video. All right, let's see how you did. All right, so we have no brackets and no parentheses. So, multiplication and division from left to right. So I start right here and I work my way over, and any multiplication or division I come across, I will solve. I have a 2 times 6. So the first thing you should have solved in this problem was 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So my new problem is 19 minus 2 times 6 is 12. So I put the answer to it. 12 plus 4. So notice how I solved that. Okay? I brought the answer straight down where the problem was located. Okay? Now I'm still at multiplication and division, but I don't have any more multiplication and division. So now I can go to step number 3, which is addition and subtraction. But I have to start all the way to the left. So here's subtraction here. I'm going to solve this first. Okay, because that's what I came across first going from left to right. 19 minus 12 is 7. So now instead of 19 minus 12, I'm going to put 7 in its place and bring down the plus 4. And I'm still on addition and subtraction, but there's only one thing left to do. So 7 plus 4 is 11, and there is my answer. Step by beautiful step. Let's try again. All right, now this time you see that there is a parentheses in this problem. So, pause the video and solve this problem based on the order of operations. All right, let's see how good you did. I'm going to keep my rules right here. First step, brackets and parentheses. There are no brackets, but I do have parentheses here. So that means I'm going to solve what's in parentheses first. Okay, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now I have 24 minus, I'm done with all my parentheses because I did everything inside it, minus 4 plus 6. Okay, I do not have any more parentheses, so I move on to step number 2. Multiplication and division from left to right. So I start on my left side of the problem, I work my way over. There is no multiplication, there is no division. Now I go to step number 3, addition and subtraction. I have plenty of that. So I start from the left, I have a subtraction problem. 24 minus 4 is 20. Let me bring down the rest of the problem. Okay? I have addition here. 20 plus 6 is 26. There we have it. The answer is 26. Going step by beautiful step. Let's step it up a notch. This time I do have brackets. Inside these brackets, you follow these rules. Inside these brackets, follow these rules. And then when you're done, solve the rest of the problem with the answer to what you have in the brackets. Try it and see how you do. If you get it wrong, it's okay. It's our first time. But try it and see how you do. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did, or bad. All right, I do have brackets. That means this times 4 right here is going to be the last thing I do because it's outside the brackets. I must do everything inside the brackets, but I have to follow the order of operations. So inside these brackets, I have parentheses. So I'm going to do that first. 3 times 3 is 9. Now notice what I do. I'm bringing down brackets. 9 plus, and then the answer to this, 9 minus 4 brackets times 4. I'm not going to get rid of these brackets until I have solved everything inside the problem. Always bring down the brackets until you've done the last thing inside the brackets. So, do I have any multiplication or division inside the brackets? I do not. Do I have any addition or subtraction? Yes, I do. I got to go left to right. So 9 plus 9 is 18. So brackets, 18 minus 4, brackets times 4. I'm still inside the brackets. I'm really still on step number 1 because I haven't done the brackets yet, finished them. All right. Inside the brackets, I only have one operation. So I'm going to do that. 18 minus 4. Now I can get rid of the brackets because I have done everything in it. So 14 times 4 is what I have left. Now I really don't have to go down here and look at the steps because there's only one thing left to do, 14 times 4. And 14 times 4 is 56. That is the answer to that problem. Okay? Step by beautiful step. Let's try that again with this problem. Pause the video. You do have brackets. Remember what I said. Do all this first inside the bracket, everything inside, and then worry about the rest of it once you get the answer, because brackets are always first, and parentheses as well. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. All right, brackets first. Inside the brackets, I do have parentheses. I have 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Now notice what I do. 9 plus 6 minus 3 times brackets 3 plus, and then the answer to this. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then brackets. I can't get rid of the brackets until I've done everything inside. So I still have brackets, but I only have one thing to worry about in there. 3 plus 2 is 5. So now I can get rid of the brackets. 9 plus 6 minus 3 times 5. There we go. Now let's follow the order of operations. I no longer have any brackets or parentheses. Multiplication and division from left to right. So I start here and solve any multiplication or division I find. Here it is right here. Multiplication, 3 times 5. And that is 15. So 9 plus 6 minus 15. All right. Multiplication and division, I have an addition and a subtraction here. So I can go on to step 3, addition and subtraction. Left to right, 9 plus 6, which is 15. So now I have 15 minus 15, and only one thing left to do. Subtract. The answer is 0. Step by beautiful step. And notice how I'm writing everything out. I'm doing one step at a time. Taking my sweet time. All right, last problem for today, and then you're going to practice. Notice there are no brackets, no parentheses, so you can go straight to step number 2. Pause the video. All right. Multiplication and division first. I do have multiplication right here. 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to write 8 plus 25 plus 6 minus 9. Do I have any more multiplication or division? I do not. Move on to the next step. Addition and subtraction, left to right. So the first thing I come across is 8 plus 25. So I do that first, which is 33. Write down the rest. And then, working left to right, I have 33 plus 6, which is 39. And then that just leaves me with the subtraction, 39 minus 9. 30 should have been your answer. That can work easy left to right, real easy and simple. And it's not always going to be that way, though. So there you have it, you little 5th graders. Order of operation, practice. Now it's your turn to see if you got the skills to pay the bills. Superman.